Today we're going to go over a basic inline critique. I chose to critique N. Noelle Fudge's works. I went to her page and went to her works. Let me show you what happens when you click on a locked work. You can read it, but you cannot critique it. Let's go back and find one that's not locked. I go to her works, and she has many works, so I push it and find one with a yellow dot. That one's ready to be critiqued. I've already read part 1. So I'm going to go on. I can make a reading reminder. I can print it out and critique it by hand and then enter my information. I look at the kind of genre she does, that it's in the personal spotlight. We both have the same group, so I'm going to get full karma points for this. I look at the word count. I think I can do that. And I look at the date that it's posted, so I might want to contact her and make sure that she still wants critiques on this. Okay, I can read it. I can look at other people's critiques, but I'm ready. There are 3 different kinds of critiques, but I'm going to choose inline. Now, this is my first critique, so I need to read the critiquing policy. No AI. Critiquing is to help you and the writer. It's not to help AI. So I write my promise to not use AI. I also read over the codes of conduct, and I click each box. Once you do this, this pop-up will not appear again. You're expected to know the codes of conduct, which is to be polite, kind, courteous, and thoughtful. When you're done, click that you understand. You can set a reading reminder. This will also appear for the first time because different people use different devices. So it is a guide to help you do your very first critique. Make sure you take time to read over it and try these techniques. Every device is different. The device I am using is a Dell Microsoft computer. Now, this first part doesn't matter what you put. So I usually give them a little greeting like, here we go. Thank you for posting. This does not count to your word totals. Again, this is the second half. I have read the first half. Make sure you check. And I am ready to go. Okay, there are different ways that people critique. I notice that there are no quotations at the end of the sentence. Some people do not want their spelling, grammar, punctuation corrected. But I know Noelle, and she does. So I'm putting quotation marks since she missed them. Here, I highlighted the ER. Noelle wanted to say handed, not hander. So I've highlighted the ER, I've read it out and pushed the red button, and then I left clicked on the sentence and a green box appears, and in it I put my ED so that Noelle can see the correction. I really like this sentence, so I'm going to highlight it, click on emotion, and put a surprised emoji, because this really surprised me. Noelle likes reader reaction, so I put my reaction here to this sentence. It surprised me as well. I could have put a surprised emoji, but I think this did a little bit better. I asked Noelle to give me more description here. I think that will help make the story pop a little better. I really like this sentence, so I highlighted it and I'm telling her why I like this sentence. The why is much more important than the what in most cases. They want to know what you think and why. See, I like that a lot better. And so I showed her a positive example that she created. I don't try to rewrite her story. I just try to find things that I think she would appreciate me pointing out so that she could improve her writing. Don't be afraid to tell someone that you're confused. Do not blame the writer, but let the writer know when something doesn't make sense. Tell them so. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm confused. This will let them know where they need to clarify their writing. Let them know if something doesn't work for you. Don't be afraid to use red, yellow, and green on your critique. Don't be mean or cruel. Be honest and kind. Find as much good as there are things that need to be improved. When you see something you like, point it out. Writers need encouragement as well as correction. It is up to the writer whether or not they choose to take your corrections or not. You are just giving them helpful suggestions. Don't take whatever they say personal. And when you're being critiqued, don't take what people are critiquing you as personal. They're trying to help. And that's what you're trying to do. Try to help. Show them the good and show them what needs to be improved. Everyone's perspective is different. So if you see things that I miss, or if I see things that you miss, this is why it helps to get 3 to 6 critiques for each of your writing pieces. Remember, reader reaction is also important. When you get to the end, give them some closing comments. Tell them what you think of the work as a whole. This is very helpful. You can use the editing features to bold what you say, underline, or highlight. You can even quote part of their writing and put it in the critique. Quoted pieces are not counted towards the karma points. Some writers give a sliding scale. This is to help them better understand how you perceive their work. I don't use the sliding scale, but it's nice to do. At the end, you can see how many words you've written into the critique and how many points you've earned. You can say that you gave a comment where you didn't offer much advice, but just reader responded to how they wrote. Or you can say, I did a critique, and those karma points will go into your karma bank. When you push Submit Critique, you can see an assessment of how you did. You see how the karma points added up, and you can look over what you have done. You can also edit if you missed something or if you decide to take something out. You can stop your reading reminder, and then you can return back to your home page. Once at your home page, you can look at your growing karma. Once you have 5 karma, then you are able to post. I only have 3.5 karma here, but I'm on my way. I need to critique 2 more people's works in order to get enough karma to post my writing. Next time, we're going to post our writing.